and we are following new developments and fallout after the conviction of Daniel Perry. The governor's office said in a statement to KVUE today, the Board of Pardons and Paroles will consider all pertinent information in the case of Daniel Perry before recommending a pardon.
This comes a day after new evidence obtained by the KVUE defenders and senior reporter Tony Plahetsky revealed a series of racist and anti-protester social media statements. Some of those statements came out of the trial, but most of them came out in the trial, but most of them did not. Tony Plahetsky is here with us now to explain how this all works. So the big question, Tony, why weren't all of these messages part of the trial?
And we've been digging into that today, and here's how this process works. If prosecutors want to bring evidence that is considered other bad acts into a trial, they must first notify the defense, and then a judge has to go through that evidence one by one and determine what is meaningful to the case and what is also could prejudice the case. And so the judge leading up to this trial did exactly that. And Judge Cliff Brown chose post and social media messages that he believed were substantive to the case, but again, doing a balancing test to determine which may be useful to the jury in terms of what was the mindset of Daniel Perry that night, but in addition to that, ruling out those that he believed could unfairly prejudice the jury.
Well, Tony, why are these messages coming out now?
So when the state first asked the judge to allow these messages to come in, that motion was filed under seal. So it has been kept under wraps for all of these weeks. But now, later this week or earlier this week, the state went back to the judge and they said, can you now unseal this? And the judge did that late Thursday. Keep in mind that while many of these messages were kept out during the guilt-innocence phase of this trial, they can now be used by the judge as he prepares to sentence Daniel Perry in coming days.
You've covered a lot of trials. How rare is it that this happens? Information that could have been part of the trial wasn't, but comes out after the verdict has been given.
It's not entirely unusual, but again, what was so important, what we are hearing from legal experts who have followed this case, is that these messages were very substantive in terms of helping the jury decide whether or not to convict Daniel Perry of murder or not. And again, legal experts saying that they believe the messages really indicated a mindset and a state of mind for Daniel Perry on that night in 2020.
All right, our senior reporter Tony Plahetsky staying with this particular controversial case. Tony, thank you very much.
Thank you.